Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Prof Perspective podcast. I'm here with the boys during lockdown.
Yo.
I don't know these people.
Who are you?
As you all know, coronavirus is going on, or the Rona, informally as it is known, and we're all stuck at home. So rather than do, actually work or whatever, we thought we'd just talk to each other. Because why not, right?
I'm in my truck.
Colin is driving, so we'll see if Colin crashes or not. I don't know.
On my neighbor's front door real quick. I'll be...
Brake is bad, Colin.
Wait, you haven't even, left the driveway?
Wait.
Because it seems like I'm really one of the only people who actually is, going out and doing shit. I'll tell you some good news.
What's some good news, Colin?
I'll fill you guys in.
Have you recovered?
Yeah, no, just kidding. Yeah, man, I'm doing great. Don't worry about it. No, I haven't been home most of the time. I've been home for maybe a week now. All the other time I've been out at the lake.
Fishing 6 feet apart.
Fishing 6 feet apart. Doing some wakeboarding. Yeah, I got a company reaching out to me, trying to get me a sponsor for wakeboarding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That company is Prof Publications.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Might as well, right?
Yeah.
We should make wakeboards now.
I've actually been in exile in my guest house for the past 3 weeks. Just so you know, I did drink a whole thing of Guinness before.
I was thinking about doing something like that, but I just don't want to get out of my chair.
I drank a bunch of Cane's sweet tea.
Okay.
I pissed off Maddie the other day by ordering a gallon.
I think that would piss anybody off.
I was in the drive-thru. My shift was over. I go through the drive-thru. I was like, can I have a gallon of sweet tea? She's like, Aidan! I was in the drive-thru. I was like, ma'am, this is unprofessional.
Can I talk to the manager?
Yes, I should. I know. I was driving away and I was kicking myself because I thought I should have said, ma'am, can I talk to a manager? Oh, man.
I mean, I saw you literally the other day.
For half a second.
For half a second.
I didn't even know. I really hoped it was you because I couldn't quite tell even while I said, hey, Reid. So I was hoping you wouldn't turn around. It was just Travis. And he just slaps me. He pulls me through the window and just slaps me on the ground.
Bro, I tested out if I could fit through the plexiglass. I can't.
What do you mean? Did you all right, bye guys, my shift's over. And then...
So I was really asking myself, because with all this going down, I was wondering if I could fit through the plexiglass window. And so I literally got up into the drive-thru window and I was straight up just horizontal. And then I realized my hips were too big.
You got stuck in
vertical, not horizontal.
You literally got stuck in a drive-thru window.
Yes, and it was terrifying because all of a sudden I heard the ding.
Oh. Okay, so basically at Cane's, the way we know somebody's coming is a giant ding that sounds throughout the restaurant or the kitchen when somebody's ordering, right? Imagine if the customer goes around the corner and he sees this employee stuck through the window.
This bearded employee whose mask doesn't fit him because his beard is big.
Yeah, dude, that's the same with me. My beard's getting bigger, my mask is starting to fit less.
It's honestly really irritating, my hair, and I'm just gonna have to ask if I can just wear a bandana.
I don't wear a mask.
You're the reason why this is still going on.
Some other news that I can fill you in on. I got detained last week.
Detained?
You got detained?
Yeah, okay, so I went camping. I took me and my buddy, we've got the kayak.
Oh, that's too far, Colin. That is too far. I see why you were detained.
No.
Hanging out with somebody else?
No. So we went camping. We went and fished down the river a little bit from my house. We camped the night. Had some good, we caught a 15-20-pound catfish and filleted it and cooked it. And then we woke up in the morning, we fished all the way down to the bridge. We got to the bridge and we were pulling out the kayak. And my girlfriend was coming to pick us up since the parks were, all the parks had been closed. So we get there and we're waiting for her. And a sheriff walks down there and is like, what are y'all doing? We're like, oh, we're just leaving. He's like, well, you know the park's closed, right? And we're like, yeah. He's like, well.
Okay, and?
Yeah, I know. I was literally like, okay, yeah, I guess it's closed, right? I knew it was closed, but I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, okay, well, you can't be down here. And I was like, okay, well, I am, so I'm about to leave. He's like, why don't you bring your kayaks up here? And we were like, all right. So we took the kayaks up. And then he's like, turn around. And I was like, what? And he's like, turn around. Hands behind your back. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then he put the cuffs on. And I was like, why the fuck are you detaining me? And then he got a radio call. And they were like, no. no, that's not it. And then he was like, oh, never mind, and took him off.
This isn't the guy.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, what did I do wrong? He's like, do you have your license? I was like, I'm fucking kayaking. I was like, why would I have my license?
Oh yeah, I certainly hope you've got a fishing license.
Do you have a kayaking license for that?
You have a kayak
He's like-
license.
He's like, do you have a license to be using that fishing line?
In Her Majesty's name.
Off to the Tower of London to you.
Did you step on that rock? I own that rock.
Wanker didn't have a kayak license.
Turns over the rock, it's his name.
His name is like imprinted. It says property of. Has his name on it. And he's like, this is my rock.
in it.
Do you know what you've done? I don't know, sir. You just went over the Majesty's rock. Where does it say it's a rock? It's right here. It's just Her Majesty's the rock.
He's
No,
just
it's not
like,
even that. It's just her face on it.
he's like, you'll be seeing my lawyer. We gotta call the gate, boys.
But you're still driving.
You're calling the gate.
Yeah, I am. I'm driving.
You have a driving license for that.
A driving license.
A driving license?
You said it as if it was a joke. I certainly hope you've got a driving license.
It's a driver's license.
The way you said it, it was so funny.
Do you have an automotive
Do you have an
license?
automobile usage license?
So, are you allowed to use that automobile?
That's like when Kyle called his license plate his car ID number.
His car ID number.
I was like, I love Kyle.
I love you, Kyle. Dude, I really miss going to school, like, physically, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Me too,
classes
man.
sucked, but I miss like seeing everyone and just messing around all day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know. Last year's AV was so much fun. Like this is just fun, but last year's was a lot of fun.
Last year we were able to do stuff like Task and Practical and Onerous too. I feel like that's when we peaked.
Yeah, honestly.
Bro, Task and Practical was so funny. I was watching it the other day just because I was bored in quarantine. And it was so freaking funny. It just sucks though because it's got too many inside jokes and I didn't realize it until like we posted it. Like, oh crap, only us are gonna understand this.
Oh yeah, like that was the thing though with a lot of ours last year is like we had so many inside jokes in a lot of the newscasts. We would be dying of like laughter, and then like no one else would get it. It's kind of annoying, but it was super funny.
I've got it pulled up. The bit where Tyler threatens Blake is the funniest. Logan's holding him back and he's like flailing in the air smiling. Bro, this is so funny to like film. And also what you don't realize is if you count, you should be able to, if you watch Task and Practical, you should count how many times Tyler's shirt changes. We filmed it over the course of so many days and even like the same scene was different.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Dude, that first scene where they're sitting down in the classroom, it's, I'm pretty sure we had 4 different days of filming, because basically the only way you can tell is by watching Tyler's shirt underneath his hoodie. That's how many times you can tell we cut from different days. It was actually kind of remarkable that we were able to pull it off. And Mr. Locke wasn't even there.
We had to do that. We had a... God, I can't remember what film it was. We did something. And we were missing like half our people. So we had like one person. We just had him sit there and then talk. And then, like, we just edited it in a certain way that made it look like it was the same day or recorded at the same, like, time.
We've done that a lot. We did that for, like, Onerous 3 quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where, like, none of us were actually in the same spot and we just had a conversation. But, bro, Task and Practical, the bit where Ben hides behind the trash cans and he's, like, ducking around.
Yeah.
That was so freaking good. What was your... Because there was going to be another UIL film for that year. What was it going to be? Because I saw the footage, but not actually the story.
Yeah, so essentially it was called Saved, I think. It was me... all the people in it was me. It was going to be all of us in it, pretty much. It was... Foster was like a D1 all-star athlete for the school. Like, super popular, everybody knows him, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he has like family problems at home. His parents are always fighting. You know, his dad beats him sometimes, stuff like that. Like, you know, his life is utter shit at home, pretty much. And then he is going to school. He looks fine. You know, he acts happy, but he's really not. And he's like contemplating suicide, kind of. But then Porter comes in and finds him one day when he was going to jump off the bridge, and we were using the bridge over at burning the river, the Duck River right there.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that bridge because we couldn't find any other one, and so we had to we were sitting there for like 3 hours just waiting for a time that cars weren't there. We made it look like it was farther. Like we did some camera tricks that made it look farther, but
Yeah.
and so it was just funny because we're like, oh yeah, this and that. But Porter pops up and he's like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna kill myself, and the Porter's like, oh no, don't do that. Because Porter's the kid that everyone's talking about at school that tried to commit suicide but did something and he ended up living or some crap like that.
So essentially what you're saying is your film would have been a clone, one of the cut and paste clones that always wins. Yeah,
pretty much. Like, that's what it was. We were trying, because we knew that those are type of things that work, but we were trying to get away from that also. So there were some things that were kind of the same, but then there was a lot of things that were kind of different. But then also Coach was monitoring everything we're doing, so we couldn't have some freedom on it, which is kind of annoying.
Coach loves Task Impractical, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He loved our idea. It's just we all got bored because we got busy with school, but then also because Coach just wouldn't let us do what we wanted. So we were all just like, yeah, and we just stopped doing it.
Literally, we would skip class. We'd tell our teachers that we have a competition thing or whatever to work on, which was technically the case. But we just went on in the hallway, down the hall, and started filming. And then, after we got the scene we needed, we would go back in the classroom and be like, oh, we got it. I wish we could have done more films like that year, though, because that's when we sort of had the most time. We didn't really have much work, outside and in school.
Yeah, and last year was just a lot of work for us, though, because we had to go do everything, and it was so annoying because he only assigned us the big projects while y'all guys had the smaller ones.
There was this project, and the project was to make chili.
Oh god, the famous O positive chili.
Oh.
So we're making the chili. Everything is going fine. Okay, we put this dude to cut all the things. This dude.
This clown.
this buffoon.
We love you, Ben.
He cuts himself by accident, and
it was the first time we handed him the knife. I was on cutting
duty.
I was on cutting duty. He was setting up the burners, and I'm like, "Hey Ben, can you cut? What was it? Was it the pepper?
No, it was the onion.
That's right. I handed him the knife. I was like, "Hey Ben, can you cut the onion real quick while I grab this, and then I'll take over?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." I step away for 2 seconds, and then Ben's like, "Guys," he shows us his hand, and it's covered in blood. So he gets rushed to the nurse's office by Aidan, and he comes back later, and he's yelling "Guys, you didn't put that chili in the pot, did you?" And we were like,
Kyle, buddy, pal, listen. Kyle makes the executive decision to go ahead and dump the onions into the chili.
The school nurse was freaking out. She's like, "Guys, you didn't put that chili, you didn't eat it, did you?"
We're all like, no. We just ate this blooded chili. It was still very good. It was still really good. I was kind of shocked by it.
Bro, we were halfway done by the time they returned. The chili was
we
finished.
Were done. We were eating it.
This isn't the end of our food science endeavors, though. Let's give a bit of context, the pre-context, right? So we do weekly newscasts at the school, right? They're sort of informative, and there's this segment about science, where each week there's a new science fact. Our science teacher, the host of the show, Mr. Jeffcoat, who played the hall monitor in Task Impractical, awesome dude, right? He talked about something called thermal expansion, where if heat is trapped, it'll continue to build up and it'll create pressure, right? We had filmed that segment, we put it on the newscast, and then the next class is, of course, our food science class. Our project was to, what was it? Was it spaghetti?
No, it wasn't spaghetti and nimwit. It was candy.
The flambe?
If that's the flambe.
Okay. So this was some chocolatey candy that we were doing. We were making a syrupy mix. Ben starts the little burner thing, and we set the pot on it, and then Ben puts the lid on top of it, therefore keeping all the heat, building up pressure. And the next thing we know, we turn around and the the syrup mix is bubbling over, and it gets all over the burner. Smoke plumes out from underneath the bottom. So we think, oh god, we gotta turn it off. We gotta make sure this burner's clean. As soon as Reid lifts the pot, engulfed in flame, the burner sets on fire. Now, don't get it twisted. This burner should not have fire.
Don't get twisted.
This burner shouldn't even have a flame.
It was like, it's the equivalent of that one scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, we all melted like that one major with the hat.
We all melted like that one guy.
We were a bunch of wax models in slow motion. Reid thankfully has the intuition of being able to put out the flame by snuffing out the oxygen by covering it with the lid.
Thankfully, I can think in stressful scenarios.
What a guy. I love Ben. He's great.
I do miss him.
Were we making ice cream when he...
Yes.
He drops the...
Yes, because he was shaking it so much.
We were making ice cream in a bag. Like, you know how you put the salt and the mix and the ice, and then you shake it up for a while and it becomes ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of the guys mixing. You were mixing. We all basically mixed everything together, and then we handed Ben the bag. Ben hadn't done anything yet. He shakes the bag, but he didn't close the bag. I feel like the teacher is glad that we're not having any more class.
I feel like she's low key really happy that she doesn't have to deal with our crap.
Yeah, we paid our lab fees. We can mess up if we want.
Did I pay? I don't think I ever paid the $20.
I paid my lab fee.
I don't think I did.
Hell no. Yeah, man. Graduation getting and prom isn't like as big of a loss.
I wasn't going to prom.
I'm not.
It's not as important as graduation, though. I know the Air Force, or was it Navy Academy, they stood like 6 feet apart and still did it. I think we might still do something similar where we just like stand in the field like all spaced out.
Well,
Well,
6 feet is really not that far apart.
I mean, it's not like too far apart, but
It's better than doing it on Skype, though. I feel like we still need to like. Obviously, you can't like shake the superintendent's hand and.
We'll elbow.
Oh yeah, that's what he like elbows like 400 people.
Has to have like a elbow pad.
He has like a bruise at the end of it.
I mean, some schools are straight up. There's this one school that straight up was gonna have their graduation on Roblox.
oh yeah, I
Bro,
saw
that's
that. There's a
gotta be
college.
something that the students organized.
No, it's like an official email from. They're having their thing on Roblox.
A flaming sword on the back.
Just run in, murder everybody else.
Kill everyone.
It's
Imagine telling your kids that at graduation you killed everyone with a flaming sword.
It's a death
After graduation, it's like, hey, you want to hit up a natural disaster survival?
Oh my god! You want to hit up Roller Coaster Tycoon?
You want to hit up Unturned after this?
You want to go unturned?
How do you think coronavirus is going to like affect college? Because I know me and Colin are going to college. I don't know about you, Ethan or Reid. I haven't talked to you guys.
I'm taking.
Well, I know pretty much everything will be online. So
Yeah, I've already kind of talked to my administrators. Like, they don't know what's going to happen yet. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen yet. So, as of right now, they're just like, we're thinking it's going to be online. That's what they told me. They were like, yeah, it'll probably be online. But, like, what's so weird for me is, like, I'm going to be playing football. Like, how is that going to work?
Dude, you're just gonna play football online.
Oh.
Roblox
Yeah,
football.
it'll be a giant Madden tournament.
Coach is just going to have to put us on the roster on the new NCAA game. I'm not going to be on the roster, so he's going to have to put me in the game and make my own character. He's going to make me 99 overall. I know it.
There is a very good chance that everything just could be online.
Yeah, which would suck, too, though.
It would suck.
Because it's like your first year at college, you're already trying to get used to it and shit, and you're like having to do it online, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I hate doing all of this online. I thought I was gonna like it because I'm kind of introvert by nature, but I really hate it.
Well,
That's
it's also
what I
because
said.
these teachers are taking it to an extreme.
Yeah, after the first week, they're like, oh, we're going to up it a little bit. Like, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. This shit is so much harder. I've been printing off my homeworks and doing them and then sending pictures to my teachers because I can't.
The teacher's logic is that since you're doing nothing, you have all the time in the world to do the work.
Yeah,
But
because I guess we don't realize we have
at the
jobs.
same time, they do not understand the human capacity for procrastination.
The freshmen don't have an excuse though. If the freshmen aren't doing their work, just being petty little bitches.
Yeah, like the freshmen, they have no unless they're like an old, but it's not likely. But
And I know they're gonna try and get everyone graduated because we all know how little work some people are doing. I mean, imagine, let's just say a fourth of the senior class gets held back. Okay, do you know how expensive that is? See, the thing is, you have to think about the finances of all of it.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's all of this is so expensive, and the school is having no money flowing into it during all this time.
Yeah.
So of course, they literally can't afford it.
Yeah, and all they're paying for right now is they're paying like half the wages.
You know that when like our generation becomes teachers, we're gonna run out of excuses. There's not gonna be any way around anything.
We know all the excuses.
Yeah, we know every. Yeah.
Oh, my internet wasn't working. Bullshit, I've done it before. Do not cite the old magic to me, witch. I was there when it was.
That's honestly how it's gonna be.
What sucks is that, well, what doesn't suck for us, but what sucks for everyone that was about to leave for like college or university, was that all of the dorms aren't going to be open for a while.
Yeah, we're trying to buy a house, and
Prof Publications crew just in one house.
We'll have a prof house. It'll be your guest house.
It'll be my guest house.
Yeah, but no, we're supposed to buy a house when we get out. I don't know how that's gonna work, honestly.
I really don't see this lasting like more than 2 months.
Everyone's saying it's gonna end on May 1st because it's exactly 40 days after it started.
It's not going to end in.
Do people not know how long pandemics last?
Yeah, this isn't going to last like 10 more days. It's going to be like.
No, but I've seen a couple posts on it. It's people are relating it to like parts of the Bible where it's like, oh, Moses left for 40 years.
Yeah, we're not going to get too far into this. Bro, I was at my grandparents for like a week. I had 2 weeks off of work, and then this whole thing started, and they were just like, Aidan, go home.
Leave.
Get out.
I was like, okay.
No, but apparently people just don't know that pandemics last for about.
Yeah, like this is not gonna go anytime soon.
Not that it's as serious as this, but it's probably as contagious. The Spanish flu in 1918, 1919. They had that first wave, which did considerable, damage. But then everyone got out and celebrated because one ended. So then it really caught on.
Isn't Israel like making a vaccine or something?
Everywhere is making a vaccine.
Everywhere.
Canada says they have a vaccine. Korea says they have a vaccine.
Okay, I love.
Vaccine.
Shout out to literally every single Canadian. So literally they cancel hockey, and not a day later they were already working on a vaccine.
Yeah. They canceled like their main sport, and everyone was like, "Nope, we're getting a vaccine now." Did you see Trump starting to open everything up again?
Yeah.
Like in Florida, the beaches are open again.
Well, that was DeSantis or whatever his name is, right?
Well, that was them. But I'm just saying, like, it's stupid. It's like, hey, there's a major epidemic, but let's go to the beach, boys. Like that makes sense.
Good.
Like,
Thin the herd.
People are walking all over town now, and it's kind of weird. It's like you didn't walk.
Yeah, everyone's deciding to go on walks.
Just like you have internet. Just stay at home.
Everyone decided that yes, I'm gonna go on a walk now. I haven't walked in like 30 years, but by God, will I start to walk now? I'm gonna call us out. Right? I hate about Americans is that we're literally too stubborn. Because if any sort of big government tells us to do anything, we're just like, no, absolutely not.
No, I don't think I will.
No, it's that revolutionary in all.
Yeah, like, well, also, like, you gotta think about it. Those, like, when the corona first started, everyone's like, hey, just stay away from people, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
People started gathering to protest corona.
People started licking toilet seats.
That too. But, like, just think about how
stupid... it's still going on. Michigan is protesting.
Yeah, over... No, not like the government, like corona itself.
Yeah, in Michigan.
Yeah.
They did that in Michigan first.
Yeah, I don't understand how people are that dumb. It's like, you can't protest a virus.
I saw Harvey Weinstein got corona in jail. I'm like, good riddance.
Bro, they're releasing prisoners, though, which is bull. New York is literally releasing, like, murderers from prison.
Bro, 6ix9ine got out and I was pissed.
All right,
like,
you care about murderers getting released?
Yeah, murderers can get released, but snitches, no. Throw away the key.
No, it's hood rules. You snitch, you get shot. You snitch, you get shot. It's that simple. Nothing's gonna happen to him.
Okay. We're gonna break your logical fallacies here. Watch this. So not only is 6ix9ine a snitcher, but you also said that snitches deserve to get shot.
Yeah.
So if 6ix9ine dies, okay, then you're a murderer and you go to jail. But if you're a murderer, you get to go free.
Exactly.
No one sees a problem with it.
No.
Reid, you're a
It's America,
genius.
dude.
I've solved it.
You've solved world hunger.
Poverty 0.
IQ of 3,000 right now, dog.
Crap, my phone. It just fell behind my bed.
I heard that.
I can't. There we go.
Did your phone fall after you said it or before you said it?
No, it fell onto the wood frame, and then as I reached for it, I pushed it farther down on the floor.
Okay, because I heard, oh, my phone fell behind my bed. Then
It felt like it was right on the side, and then I knocked it over trying to pick it up, which is always the worst.
oh,
It's covered in dust, but it's good. We're fine.
your phone?
Yes, because
You not used your phone?
no, it's just because it fell on the floor, on top of all my props underneath the bed. But yeah, guys, we've only done 2 short films this year. I think we're slacking.
I mean, we can't do another one now.
We just send each other footage and then I edit it together. It's just a completely different background. It's like a conversation, but it's just a completely different background. Somebody has vertical phone footage, and I have to match it up with
It's like
my 4K camera.
it's like some Quentin Tarantino dialogue movie.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly.
Only the dialogue, none of the action.
It's called Quarantine Bastards.
Bro, when can we do this?
Bro, I'm down for this if you want to do it.
Squawk!
Squat.
Yeah, we were trying to film Onerous. That was so annoying.
The camera, we'd finally get the camera in focus, and then all right, go. And then all of a sudden, all right, Connor, how's it go? Squawk!
We're just like, God damn it!
I feel like we might do some more songs
Yeah.
in addition to podcasts. We should do some more songs. Dominic's song was actually really funny. that was good. We made that song with the idea as a spring break song, even though our spring break is still technically ongoing, mixed with summer break.
Technically, yes.
I wasn't really in quarantine, but I went to Colorado, and that was cool.
That was sort of while it was going on, happening, right?
Yeah, it was. No, it
Yeah,
was.
it
There
was
was
How
cases.
expensive was the ticket? Did you drive there?
Yeah, we drove there and flew back.
Yeah, we drove to Colorado, but we flew back and we left the car.
No, we got a rental and took it there.
Left the car.
Just left our cars
Yeah,
there.
no, it was nice though. I'd honestly, next time I go back, because my parents were like, "Oh, we should buy a house here." I was like, "God damn it, why?" But
Yes.
honestly, I was like, you know what? I'd rather drive there and fly back because the drive there is insane.
Which way did you drive?
Straight.
Straight. Man,
No, we
man
stopped.
just chose a cardinal direction and went for it.
Smashing through
No,
people's
we-
property.
We stopped in Amarillo, and then we just went straight for the rest of the time. And it's just so weird, how the land changes. Because, down here it's hill country and shit. And then you get up to Amarillo, and it's flatter than my ass.
It's really surreal when you're going straight west, just through El Paso,
Yeah.
and then
That's
you
where-
get to
Yeah,
And
and then
then
New Mexico's completely flat, and there's just random ass mountains.
yeah, all of a sudden just out of nowhere, there's just mountains.
It says "Welcome to Colorado," and the first thing you see is fucking 20 dispensaries,
Yeah.
and then it's just mountains and snow everywhere. But no, it was crazy. I snowboarded. I went night snowboarding. That was cool. We just rented this house, and it was nice as shit. But yeah, Corona was bad there too. We went to Denver Airport to leave, so it was an hour and a half drive from Breckenridge. And apparently there was nobody. We got to Denver and we went to this brewery. Nobody was in the fucking brewery. Nobody was walking. This was downtown Denver. There was nobody. And then a week later, Denver was one of the worst with Corona in Central America. And I was like, what the fuck?
You gotta feel bad for small businesses, you know?
Yeah, most of those in-town businesses and everything was already shut down in Denver by the time we were there. And that was 2 days before spring break was over, and they were already shutting everything down. Crazy stuff, dude.
Out of the newer Star Wars, which one's your least favorite?
The trilogy, the sequels.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, we've been over this, Ethan.
At least I can tolerate the Rise of Skywalker.
I watched our review like during quarantine just because I've been so bored. I've been watching some like our old archives, the
Sacred Jedi text.
the sacred texts. We have to do daily writing, and we've had quarantine for like 2 months.
Yeah, I hate that. I'm straight up like she got mad at me because I wasn't writing a full page, so I wrote a 3-page thing to her, going off on her and telling her how much she sucked.
She reads them through, Ethan.
Yeah, I know. Like, I went off, dude. And then she doesn't even respond to it. She just gives me 100 and then emails my mom about it.
So I noticed some behavior.
Your child, I've noticed some interesting behavior with your child. Is there anything going on at home?
The idea was you just had to do like one assignment for the week, and that would be it. But these teachers just keep cutting it up into like 8-bit. These clowns, the fools, keep cutting it up into like 8 bits. They're each worth like 10%. That's not accurate numbers. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no. For us, it's like one thing's 33%, the other one's 33, and then, like it's dumb.
Like that's not what it's supposed to do.
It's really not.
Hey Reid.
What?
Can I have a Canadian combo?
Can I have a cardiac?
A cognac.
I've had cardiac.
A cardiac combo.
I've had a cornea.
I had Canadian was the funniest thing. Everybody was laughing. Can I have a Canadian combo?
Can I have a Canadian?
The Taco Cabana. I've had in the past like month. I've had like 2 or 3 people just come in and be like, "Can I get like a avocado bacon burger?" And like I had one dude who's like, "I'll get a vanilla milkshake medium, chocolate malt," and I was like, "All right, anything else for your order?" And he's just like, thinking about it. I'll take that barbecue bacon burger. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And he goes, "Why is there anything popping up on the screen?" I was like, "Oh, because this is Taco Cabana." And he's just like, "What?"
Taco Cabana.
Yeah, and he's like,
"I'll have a Whopper, please."
Yeah, and he's just like, he's like, "Oh, I'm at the wrong store." I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay," and then just drives away, and I was like, "Oh, whatever."
Oh, he was in the drive-thru.
Yeah, he was in the drive-thru. Yeah, like because we're closed. Our inside's open, but it's mostly like closed. Like,
so this was during quarantine.
Yeah, like it literally happened like a couple of weeks ago. But
the reason we've been getting all these funny orders at our workplaces is because we're getting all the new people because people are trying out the new restaurants they haven't been to yet. Because all the like dine-in restaurants are closed. So everybody's getting takeout.
Yeah.
So people going through the drive-thru, if they didn't have enough time to read like the first sign that you get stuck at, if there's another car, there's like 2 menus in drive-thrus usually. We have 2. If you don't have time to read it, you pull up to the window and people are like, "Yo, yo, yo!" They intimidate you with the phrase.
We have an intimidation factor.
Hot chicken, hot chicken.
The first time I went there, I was like, "This girl's on crack." I was like, "What has happened?" Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, the first time I got canes like 2 years ago, they said that "Yo, yo, yo, want some chicken to go?" And I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes.
I was like, "No, I'll take a burger." I did that to Foster though. Foster was on it one day. I remember that.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible at recognizing the voices. I can never tell who to mess with whenever.
Because they don't sound like their usual self.
Because they have to be all formal, but like professional.
Good sir.
My good
what
man,
can I order?
Would you prefer a Canadian combo?
Or would you prefer Her Majesty the box combo?
Her Majesty's coleslaw.
No. Also, happy birthday, Queen Elizabeth. So we had one employee. I wasn't there. I had a friend, Kat, tell me about this. We had one employee who shows up to, and he's kind of coughing, so everyone's asking him questions. He straight up says, "Yeah, I think I got corona."
Oh God.
Some girl said that to get out of like work. She's like, "Oh, I got corona. I can't come in," and then she's facing a lawsuit, like a charge. Yeah. And also, if you yell, "I have corona," and then start coughing in public, you get a felony, like a federal charge for terroristic threat.
Bro, no, he actually just had lung infection, So I mean, it was something.
You can't just terrify your boys like that, though. You can't do that.
Well, I mean, if you start coughing and you have a fever,
Well, I mean, they'd send you home anyway.
naturally.
I bumped my head on the sink, and Maddie was like, "Aidan, do you need to go?"
Wait, actually?
Literally, I was grabbing something from the ground, and I stand back up, and I bump my head on the lip of the sink edge.
Yeah.
And then Maddie was like, "Aidan, are you okay? Do you need to sit down? You need to leave?" And I'm like, "No, I just hit my head."
You should have said yes. It's like, oh god. You should have just over exaggerated, like, oh my god.
Bro, I cut open my finger once and they just laughed at me and told me to get back to work.
I love my work environment because you'll accidentally crush your finger on something. It's like, oh my god, you need to go home.
Yo, I burned my thumb making a sandwich bun the other day.
I saw that. Idiot.
Oh man, I love Cane's.
It is a great restaurant to work at and eat.
Except for the coleslaw.
Todd, I love your food, but God, why slaw? No slaw, extra toast.
No slaw, extra toast. You guys hear about how Kim Jong-un is dead, pretty much?
Thank God.
Is he?
It's either he has the coronavirus or he had a botched surgery.
Either or is good.
I mean, hey.
Either way, he still doesn't take a shit, so it's fine.
He had coleslaw at Raising Cane's.
He had coleslaw.
Oh no.
Does anyone actually eat that though?
Yes.
Shit?
No, coleslaw. Like the Raising Cane's coleslaw.
Alright everybody, thanks for tuning in to this Corona edition of Prof Perspective. Everybody stay safe, everybody don't do your work. We'll see you guys later. Adios amigos.
Thanks for tuning in. Who wants to play Xbox with me?
God, I wish my Xbox would turn on.
I just wish I had an Xbox.
I wish I had a penis.